We're bringing you another budget gun, if you want to call it. Got this on a warehouse flash sale. The Tisas PX-5.7 pistol, chambered in the 5.7x28mm cartridge. So what do we get for our bargain buy here, our sale price? So like most of these Turkish guns, comes in a hard case, custom fitted. You have a lock, and over here we have two brushes. We have a bristle brush and like a mop, but that's longer than this cutout, so I have to stuff it in or I ain't gonna take it out. And then when we pull this up here, the manual's in there, which is always nice. Take that out, we'll look at it. And this particular pistol, actually this is the first one I got in this price point that has RMA cutout, so there's a little thing about that there. And we have the handgun itself with a chamber flag and a spare magazine, which is pretty cool. Some of these guns don't come with spares. So let's go over here and take a look at what we got. Okay, so the manual is very nice, well written, covers how to operate the gun, load it, and field strip it. So what we're going to do, and it comes with a loaded chamber indicator. A lot of them do that now. Ooh, that's tough to get down. And I will make sure it's safe. This out of the way, and I'll give you the specifications quickly. Alright, the caliber is 5.7x28mm, magazine capacity 20 rounds. Barrel length is 4.8 inches. Overall length of the pistol is 8.65 inches. This is not a concealed carry or a small gun by any means. The height is 5.55 inches, width 1.38 inches, and it gives the weight here something. This is 1.56 ounces, that ain't right. It's 1 pound 12.8 ounces unloaded. Okay. It's a single action pistol, semi-automatic, and the only safety you have is the trigger safety and firing pin block, and it only lists one other accessory, a polymer holster. But other than that, plenty of photographs in here, shows you how to use the sights, shows you how to, load the pistol. So very good manual, so right there. Now to get an idea, I didn't realize how big this pistol is. To give you an idea, compared to a 1911, full-size 1911, it's a little bit bigger, but it's about the same size. So you're looking at a weapon that is like a 1911. So look at this wonderful piece here. You can't change the back strap or nothing, so the grip, which is pretty narrow and long, okay, I can still get the magazine out. And these look like Tokarev mags. They're quite wide. Alright. 20 rounders. So you got a 20 round mag. So let's see what we got. For me, to get my finger on a trigger and hold this tight, it's like, I'm only getting like the tip of my finger where I should be kind of on the center of the tip of the finger. So this may be a problem for some people. And the trigger, not too terrible. It's, I'm not a trigger expert. But like I said, for all of these guns, it is cut out for optic sight. This one even on sale, it's around $3, okay, a little over. I got it on sale, basically paid for the shipping. I guess this is a loaded chamber indicator. If you put a cartridge in there, this would probably come up and be ductile, you know, to where you can feel it. It has a driftable rear sight. There's a little set screw in there, so you can probably drift it for windage. And it has one of those True Glow front sights there, so it's easy to pick up. This is all dark. You see the green dot in the back. Easy to kind of pick the sight up. Okay, you got some serrations here and serrations up front. Okay, easy to grab. You have the pick rail down here for your accessories and everything. I do not know if you can reverse this mag release, but the mag release is right-handed. You have a slide release here, and this is the takedown lever, this here, and I'll show you that when we field strip it. Pretty much, you know, it's a steel frame and barrel, polymer lower, and I can see why they're kind of doing these things on a clearance. Like I said, if you got small hands or short fingers, I think you may have issues with this gun. Here's their 20 round magazine, and we put a 1911 Colt 45 mag. As you can see, that magazine is longer, is a lot longer and wider, wider. So that's what makes that grip really long shot. You got to have some good sized hands for this gun. So other than that, pretty basic pistol. I gave you the specs. Long barrel, 4.8, a little longer than normal. Or is that an ambi? Might have an ambi slide release. Yes, we do. Ambidextrous slide release. That's here. So you probably can swap that mag release button over. Let's check that. Okay, it doesn't say anything about swapping over the mag release, but let's take a closer look at it from all sides. Give you a close-up of it. Interesting gun. Now I can see why they've had them on sale. Now I know PSA makes something similar to this. Ruger does. FN has been making them for years, but FN pistols were over 1K for the longest time. And I don't know if there's any other manufacturers, but everybody's kind of jumping on the bandwagon and making a handgun in this caliber, which they are not small, okay? And I'm not familiar with this caliber whatsoever. Where did I put that? Okay, I do remember, if you guys are sci-fi fans, Stargate SG-1, those little FN self-defense weapons they carried with the 50-round mags, and then FN made a pistol in this caliber, but the big deal was, the idea of this cartridge was to penetrate body armor. So the actual military cartridge, I guess with a tungsten carbide core, immediately created stink. And you can get, we'll talk more about the ammunition in another video, but yeah, that's what's going on here. Alright, so what we're going to do, I will try to field strip this thing. Field stripping this pistol is a little bit different. It took me several tries to get it, so here we go again. Clear the weapon, take out the magazine, pull the trigger. Now on this side, there's that little round hole right there. So what you would do is take a cartridge, push in a little bit to where the takedown lever is away from the frame. And then rotate this thing up to where it's straight up and down like that. Now, it says to pull this slide back a little, let it go back. And I think if you pull the trigger again, how would I do this? There. Don't ask me how that does it. Okay, then I found, so here's the inside of your pistol. Here. It's one of them deals where it drops down on the lugs. So that's what the inside of it looks like. Pretty simple, and I did clean it out. Alright, there's your barrel in it. Now to get the barrel in and out, this is under pressure. I found, get your thumb here and just slide up, slide the barrel and the assembly up together like this, and it'll come out. So there's your slide. Okay, and it does have oil from the factory. There's the barrel. And you see it's kind of a unique setup down there with that long fork or whatever and the cutout. And you have a captive recoil spring, which this end here is the one that protrudes, and this end here is the one that fits. And there is a cup in there that's cupped out. So to get this back together, you put these two pieces together, and then what I do is having the slide down like this. This is a little tricky. It took me a while to figure out how to get this gun apart. Then holding them together, which to do this and demonstrate is not easy. Get them in a slide and then push them in. Try not to catch your finger. So you want to put that in there at an angle and then push the two of them together. Takes a little, and then get them into the barrel once more like this. Then again, this drops down on, and you got your two cutouts areas. Where are they? Well, this is where it goes on the back, and here, this is where you drop down onto these two rails, and this switch somehow, if you look down in there, rotates around and locks the whole thing in. Okay, not quite sure. So you take the assembly and you try to line the holes, you know, where it goes on, which is like this. So you line the slide up like that. And then what I found that I do is push down on this. See, then it starts to go back. And this, now it turns. So you turn it, press it back in, flush, and that's it. A little bit different, it's kind of difficult, and it took me several attempts to figure that out. But that's it. And we'll throw our mag back in. Alright guys, that's it. So this is an interesting gun. We're going to take it out, put some rounds through it. Like I said, I've never fired one in this caliber. Okay, but that's the quick overview, unboxing of it, you know. And if you could, hit the like button and subscribe. Become a member or become a member on Patreon. And if you like content like this, stay tuned. All right.